Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to Absolution. When we last left off, we saw what is apparently the good ending, so we still have to go back for the bad ending. But I decided that since there are only two endings anyway, and that I was informed that the routes eventually converge, why don't we just go back and continue off of the good ending from last time and see what that's like. Good ending it is then. The girls were worried about Monica after seeing the club room all messed up, so they decided to search for her with the main character whose name was revealed to be Barry. And no, before you ask, I'm not him. Amazing little bit. Yeah, we know this story, man. After Monica's attempt to destroy the world and getting rid of the other girls for the sake of having the main character for herself, the main character with the other girls managed to bring it back, thanks to connecting the strength of their ambitions and desire. After the world returned back, they found it in themselves to forgive her and move on, almost living the same way as they used to. Doki Doki Absolution Chapter 2 will tell you what happens afterwards. So I won't keep you here any longer than necessary. Alright, let's see what goes wrong this time. Last time we were working real hard to bring back Monica, which was not super eventful, but it was necessary, I guess. Now we gotta see how this goes. Emergence of Hope. So today was the day when we wanted to talk more about what happened between us, wasn't it? In that case, I might as well go visit Monica right now. Wait. Sigh. Why didn't you put my name in that option? I don't know, man. You read my persistence to get it. Did you forget who I am or what? Well, not like it matters anyway. But perhaps you don't actually know who I am? Alright, for your information, I'm not you or anyone who's supposed to represent you. I'm like one of them, and my real name is I meant to say that you may call me Baryan. Now that we got this out of the way, I should be getting ready. I still reminisce about the day when I met Monica in person. Back then, I was really angry at her for what she did. That feeling itself caused me to see her a lot differently than I see her now. Sigh. It's for the best that I bring it up in our conversation. The way I handled the situation wasn't best, despite how I was trying to help her afterwards. Either way, I just want to make things right, so I'll go get myself ready. After stepping outside of the corridor and making my way into the living room, I'm greeted by my girlfriend that I've been living with for as long as I can remember.
Baryan!
Full of excitement, she jumps at me and embraces me tightly. Oh, hey Sayori. I suppose you're having a good day so far.
Uh-huh.
I quickly noticed the new hoodie Sayori's wearing. This looks really beautiful on you.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. And it perfectly matches your bow as well.
Yeah, I think so too. And we're gonna hang out with Monica today, right?
Of course. I've been getting ready to set out as of right now, and there are a lot of things I want to talk to you two about. And you know the best place for long conversations, don't you?
Of course I do. The same place where we talked to Yuri. And don't worry, I can pay for everyone if we'll order food this time.
Sayori, you know very well that I like it when I can pay a half for you.
Yeah, I know. But I'll be paying full next time.
Then I'll be paying full after that.
Baryan!
Hey, can't help it, you know. I press her against myself and put my hand on her hair. So wait for me here. I'll come back with Monica soon, alright?
Okay.
Arriving in front of Monica's house, I ring her doorbell and wait for her to show up. Heh, looks like you're ready to go.
Hi, Baryan.
Hey, having a good day so far?
Yeah, I am.
That's nice to hear, and I'm sure you'll be glad you went with us today. But before we go, I want to talk to you about something before we go. Wait, I'm sorry, hold on a second. Before we go, I want to talk to you before we go. Okay. You know, it's been almost 2 months since the incident, and I've been thinking a lot about all that used to be between us back then. If you remember the first day I spent here in your world, I was angry at you because of what happened in the past, and the hatred I felt affected you a lot too over the time. So I'm sorry for how I acted. I shouldn't have been like that towards you.
Baryan, why are you apologizing to me? You did nothing wrong. All you wanted to do was help everyone, even me.
Well, I for sure know that I could have done better for you than I did. It's true that I wanted to save you, but I often just neglected you. And even if I love Sayori and wanted to be with her, I could have done more for you. Whether that is by having the three of us talk to each other more often or any other way, that wouldn't matter at all.
It's all in the past, Baryan. You've been doing your best for the whole club, and I really appreciate you for it. And we planned to spend some time together, didn't we?
Of course, and I'm also pretty sure Sayori has a lot to tell you. Heh, so I guess we shouldn't make her wait any longer than we already have. Ready to go? She nods in response, and we start heading towards Sayori's house. Sayori quickly spots us and runs towards us.
Hi, Monica! Hi, glad to see you again. How have you been doing? A lot better than 2 months ago. And I'm still surprised you guys let me be the club president after everything. Everyone deserves a second chance, Monica.
Like Sayori says. And, well, it's never too late to make things right. As long as you really want that to happen, that is. They understood that exceedingly well back when we brought this world back.
I didn't even think it was possible anymore. But I shouldn't be surprised, given what you're capable of.
Monica, it wasn't just me. Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki, they all helped me. I'm not even sure if I would be able to do it without them. We found really wonderful people, you know.
Aw, Barian. You're right about that. They're all really great friends. And Barian, thank you for helping them like you do.
Heh, that's nothing to thank me for. But I appreciate your gratitude nonetheless. Anyway, we should get going before Sayori becomes too hungry. Once we head into the restaurant, Sayori and I sit next to each other. Monica sits across from us, across from us is what it's supposed to say, and we order our meals. I must say, this really gives me a lot of memories of the past. Yuri was actually the one who suggested this place to us when we asked her where she would like to go. Back then, she was just starting to try and overcome her self-harming, and now her cuts are hardly even visible.
I'm happy to hear that she's doing better. But what about Natsuki?
That's a little bit more difficult to say. While I'm pretty sure her dad won't try to beat her again, I wonder if he's like this because he knows what I would do. Natsuki's unsure herself, so that doesn't make it any easier.
Wouldn't it still be the best for her to move out?
Well, that's exactly what I suggested her. But she said it's fine as it is right now. Whether that's really the case or not, I can't tell.
Well, should we go check up on her? If her dad was really that abusive, then maybe he's still doing something to her.
Wouldn't she tell us that?
What if she can't?
I'm starting to have second thoughts that make me slightly uneasy. His reaction when I faced him was way too sudden, so what if that's really the case? Sayori, do you want to visit her with me after we leave?
Sure, and we could stay over for a while. We haven't really been talking to Natsuki that much outside of the club.
You're right. If she'll be fine with it, then we could have a sleepover there too. Oh, and Monica, do you want to come with us?
It's fine, you two have fun. We can hang out some other time again.
If you say so. Then I guess we'll be having a sleepover at Natsuki's today, Sayori.
Yay!
Heh, I see you're already excited. But we should give Monica some time too.
Of course, sorry. Don't apologize, Sayori. I wouldn't even be surprised if you didn't want to spend time with me after all I did to you. No, Monica, I love spending time with you. But I've been meaning to ask you something. I hope I don't make you feel uneasy by asking you, but do you still love Barian? I do. But you two should be together, and I'm really happy for you.
That's relieving to hear. Neither one of us wants you to feel bad, Monica, and I'm sure that you'll find someone. If you'll still long for a relationship, that is.
I hope so. But what about you two? Have you been doing well?
As great as we can. Sayori even started attending therapy recently, and of course, I am there beside her every time. And as for how we feel together, I couldn't be happier when I'm with her.
I'm glad to hear that. But that reminds me of something I've been meaning to ask of you. You've never talked to me about your family before. What did they say when you left your home?
That's a pretty sudden question. Most of them were disappointed with my decision, but they just let it be. Well, it's not like they could prevent me from leaving anyway. But my brother was rather furious when he found out.
You've never told me you have a brother.
Is that the case? Well, I guess I should tell you more about him then. He was rather keen on having me become powerful, but all he wanted me to do was to be a weapon for our home. So he was really angry when I left.
He thinks of you like that? That's so mean. I'm sorry to hear that, Barian. I had no idea that your relation with your brother is like that.
I don't really mind, you know. Besides, the literature club is like a family to me now. It's a place where I found happiness. A place where I feel appreciated and loved. And honestly, I want to stay here in this world with you all.
Are you really sure?
More than so. Going to school, meeting up with you all in the club, and, well, being with Sayori. It's all I could ever ask for.
I love being with you too, Florian. And everyone else in the club too, of course. Speaking of school, how have you two been doing with your grades? I think I'm doing better than I used to.
Not sure if that's a good thing or not.
And what about you, Florian?
Heh, unless I sleep through the classes all the time, I can't fail a test.
Oh, does that mean you're doing well?
More or less, yeah. I can remember anything I want, but I try to not use that just to know how I would do without it. And you, Monica?
I usually score the highest from my class. But that much should be expected from your club president.
Nobody would mind if you got a bad grade, Monica. It just happens from time to time, and that's fine.
My parents would mind a lot.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I've never really found out much about Monica's life. All I ever knew is that she's the club president and that she brought everyone together. But, as for anything else, I have no clue.
Are your parents strict? I wouldn't call them strict, but they expect highly of me. It can be quite stressful at times.
Regardless of what they say, you have to be the one satisfied with your result. And as long as you pass, then what else is there to take care of? Heh, that actually sounds like something Sayori would say, doesn't it?
Hey!
What? Isn't that your way of dealing with school?
Kinda. But at least I'm doing better. Most of my teachers even complimented me for it.
They better. Having to do school like usual after everything that's been happening to you has to be really difficult.
It would be a lot harder if you didn't help me. Oh, you're helping her with her studies?
Of course. I don't want her to struggle when I know that it's not exactly easy. And since we live together, that option is all the more accessible.
It's nice that you're helping each other. That's more like Florian helping me than the other way around.
Don't say that. You taught me a lot as well, you know. And I appreciate how much you're willing to do for me. Having said that, I wrap my arm around her and lean closer to her.
Yuri's right. You two really are adorable together. Yuri said that? A lot of times, even.
Surely you don't want to say it's not true, Sayori.
Of course not.
Our conversation is cut short as the waiter brings our meals. Sayori quickly manages to get a lot of food around her mouth while Monica and I eat slowly. But we enjoy each other's company just like before. Well, that was fun. How about we go here again next weekend?
I think I'll be free on Saturday, but I'll let you know. And thanks for taking me out, both of you.
You're very welcome. I suppose that Sayori and I will be heading to Natsuki now. So see you in the club tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Monica. See you then. Have fun.
After exchanging goodbyes, Sayori and I leave in the direction of Natsuki's house. Monica waves at us with a smile on her face.
I'm really grateful for the second chance you gave me. You two found it in yourselves to forgive me, even after everything I caused you. Thank you so much.
So you associate with him after all. She hears someone say that and turns around.
Huh?
We arrive in front of Natsuki's house and ring her doorbell. After a while, Natsuki's dad shows up.
Hello. Can we talk to Natsuki?
Sure, I'll go tell her. He leaves and we wait for a while. And the way he said that was strange, almost like he was annoyed by us. And it seems that Sayori noticed it too.
Did something happen between them?
Not as far as I know. Maybe he's just having a bad day. We hear someone open the door and turn around.
Sayori? Barian? What are you two doing here? We wanted to see if you'd like to have a sleepover. Well, where do you want to have a sleepover? At your place, of course. Why here? Can't we have it at your house? We've never had a sleepover in your house.
True enough. And you could show us around as well.
Yeah. Please, Natsuki. Do I have an option?
Sayori and I both shake our heads.
Jeez, you two. Fine, we can have a sleepover here. Yay! But don't break anything, got it?
Don't worry, we'll be careful. I will break the world later. Well, at least I'll be.
Hey, I'm not that clumsy.
Heh, we'll see about that. We head towards Natsuki's living room as she leads us there. Both of us start looking around, and we're amazed by how beautiful it is. This is clearly a bedroom.
Your living room looks so nice and comfy, Natsuki.
Indeed, and it's well organized too. But I suppose we'll have the sleepover in your room since your dad is here.
Obviously, duh. My room is right there.
She heads towards the door in the corner of the living room, and we follow her.
Oh wow, your room looks a lot better than mine too. Oh, but where will we sleep?
Right, we haven't brought anything with us.
I have a lot of pillows, so you two can sleep on my bed. You want to sleep together anyway.
Heh, you're right about that. But are you sure you're fine with sleeping on the floor?
What if we all sleep on your bed? Well, what? That bed is too small for the three of us. And I don't want to sleep next to you two.
I can't help but laugh a little.
What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, we haven't really been spending much time with you outside of the club. So how's it been between you and your dad as of late? As of lately. It would be as of late, you don't need the late.
Well, we're doing fine, I guess. He started giving me a lot more food, too.
Good to know that he's treating you well now. But one thing piqued my interest. When Sayori asked your dad to call you out, he reacted like if he was annoyed by it. I may be reading into it a bit too much, but it seemed like he has a bad day today.
You noticed that, too?
Oh, so it appears that we all noticed.
Yeah, he's been acting really weird today. But usually he's still the same, minus the beating and underfeeding.
Is that really the case? I feel like he's a lot different than the first time I met him. But it's not like I meet him every day, so...
Oh, why was he beating you before?
Wasn't it because our dad and mom had a divorce?
Yeah, he started being a lot more aggressive after that. It's why he started drinking, too.
But that still doesn't excuse him from beating you. He should be glad that you're here with him, if anything. Wait, how long was that actually going on between you two?
I think it was almost 2 years. He was beating you and starving you for that long? That's so awful.
And who knows how much longer it could have went.
Yeah. You're our hero, Warren.
Please don't call me that.
But it's true.
It's only natural that I would try and make everything better for you all when I had the chance. And I'm still very grateful to you to you all, that you accepted me in the club.
Jeez, you don't have to make it sound so sweet.
I'm not trying to. It's how I genuinely feel about it.
What did you even do before you came here?
Well, I was mostly just training and fighting other people. But for the longest time, I used my powers to protect my home. And since I'm no longer there, I'm pretty sure my brother is the one protecting my home now.
Your brother has powers too?
Yeah, most people from our world do. Except all those times they said they didn't, but they do. It's no surprise that he wanted to learn them as well.
Do you think we could learn them too?
Hard to say. While it's not easy to do that for you, I certainly can't say it's impossible. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to do that one day. But until then, you should focus on school.
But school is boring!
Yeah, I know. But there's nothing much that can be done about it.
Can't you blow the school up with your powers? I'm with Sayori on that one.
Haha, you two would really like that, wouldn't you? Unfortunately for you, I won't do that. Besides, we wouldn't be able to come to the club anymore.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
See, that's why it's important to think before you act, says the guy who destroyed the world in a fit of rage twice. Anyway, any one of you have any activities in mind?
We could read manga. But don't you have all your manga in school? I moved some of it back since my dad promised he wouldn't throw it away.
Well, I'm fine with manga. What about you, Sayori?
Sure, it could be fun. I'll show you the best ones I have.